What is up, friends and family, and welcome back to All Cars Everything. Today we are finally going to install the timing gear. I got it in the mail. I ordered it from Dubai and it got here in like 5 days or something like that. Really good timing. So just so happens I got this in the mail, and literally like 2 minutes later my friend Ray texted me. He's the one that bought my automatic transmission that came with the 2J, but he's gonna help me time this, I should say, because I've done a lot of reading, and some people message me on Instagram, but since I know this guy, he offered to help me out. I'm gonna take up on his offer, so I can make sure I do this the right way, because I don't want to ruin anything. I read, and I'm pretty sure that this is an impedance engine, the VVTi, where the valves do hit the piston if it's not timed properly. I will confirm with Ray, but I'm gonna install this before he gets here. That way, because he's on his lunch break, so you know he's nice enough to come here, use up his lunch time to come help me out. So I'm gonna put you on a quick time lapse. I happen to have this socket fits right over this, so I can lightly tap it into place, because you never want to hit an object directly, because the impact is bad. Alright, there you go. You saw me put it on. Really easy. Slipped it over. Put on the little retainer so it doesn't move. The gear only goes on one way because of this key right here with a hole. So it only goes on one way. Be careful not to touch this sensor. I could have taken it out and loosened it, but I know it's not touching, so I'm okay. I totally forgot. I gotta install the water pump before the timing belt, because the water pump goes on here and the timing belt is in front of it. Totally forgot. So here is my new one that I have. Here is the old original. So looks like I gotta take this little pipe off to put it here. I gotta take this off where the thermostat is. I do have a new thermostat, so I can put it here. And then I guess it'll be done. Alright guys, so I think I swapped out all I need to. New gaskets on this, just yanked out, cleaned it, new gaskets, put it on, not gaskets, O-rings, put it on. And same thing here, took it off, cleaned it, new gasket for the new thermostat, stuck it in there, and tightened it down. Water pump's done. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to apologize. I did not record. Ray was here. I didn't want to waste his time because he was on his lunch break, so I didn't want to, you know, start recording and waste time. And I just wanted to get right down to business. So you saw me clean up and put on the parts for the water pump. I took them off the old water pump. So I installed it. So real quick, what happened? Right here, there's an O-ring. So I put a little bit of the fippage right here, the Toyota sealant. I put a little bit where that O-ring goes. Put the O-ring on, that way it held the O-ring in place. Put the water pump on nice and straight, and put on all these 12mm bolts. Not these. These hold the front housing to the back housing of the water pump because they are two pieces. So this one, and there's two of them behind the tensioner. Put it on, torque them down. That was done, nice and easy. This one, I'm gonna go and clean it up, and this goes right. See this little hole? Goes right here like so, right here, and it goes like this. I have to cap these, and I don't have a gasket here. I don't know why. It didn't come with the kit. I didn't know, so I'm gonna have to order that gasket. Whatever. Again, holding me back. So I put that. Here is the old timing belt tensioner. Here's the new one. This one is Powerhouse Racing tensioner. It is billet aluminum. It is heavier than this one, but these original OEM are known to crack under high boost, high horsepower. I didn't want to take that chance because it's really in here. So I just went ahead, bit the bullet, paid for another one, got that one installed, torqued it down. Here is the tensioner, the actual part that makes the wheel tension, goes right down here. I'm gonna order another one. Ray told me that once these are like opened up, you know, the tension is released, they don't have the same tension. So I'm just gonna order another one, that way I can put it on. But that's it. You didn't really miss much. But the timing, Ray couldn't really help me with the timing today because I don't have the tensioner. So that I'm gonna show you guys another day. I want to keep the videos together. You know, once I show you this, I don't want to separate into two separate videos, and it gets boring. I don't want to bore you guys. I want this to be exciting. I want you guys to watch. I want you guys to subscribe. So that is it for today, and I will continue this another day once I get all the parts. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day of timing this engine. Now, this been a couple days and I did start another video, but I had to stop because of a problem, which you will see in a future video. Go figure, a problem while building an engine, right? Alright, so I think where I last left off, you know, I installed the water pump. It was really easy. Just put on some fippage and the O-ring, slap it right on with the, you know, all the bolts that you need to. And then this was just this one bolt right here, and I did get a new tensioner. It's in that box over there. Here's the old one. So I know I am at top dead center. I have this little mark to this little dot, and this cam, the exhaust cam, is okay. I have this little dot, don't worry about the line, the little dot to this bump. But this one, the VVTi side, the dot is over here, right? And it's not lining up. So I read online that I'm supposed to turn this all the way to the right, and now I'm gonna turn the actual cam so the dot lines up with this. Now, by doing this, I know I am at top dead center. So I'm gonna turn it very slowly because I've read that this engine is impedance, which means the valves will contact with the piston head. So I'm gonna turn it slow. If I feel any binding, I'm gonna stop and bring it back a little bit so I can take it off top dead center so I can readjust the cams. Alright, I hope this is a good view. Now I'm gonna start turning it. I can see that, I know that the pistons that are top dead center are the front and rear one. I can see that these lobes are gonna go head down first and start opening up the valves before the rear one. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. So as I turn them nice and slow. Alright, it started. You can see the valves going down. Well, I can see the buckets of the valves going down. Yup, it hit. Alright, so there it is. It's confirmed. The 2JZ VVTi, I don't know about the non-VVTi, but the 2JZ VVTi is impedance. So the valves will hit the top of the piston. See? I can't go anymore. So that is it with that. So I'm going to back it up a little bit, make sure nothing's touching. These valves are all the way down. Alright, so I'm going to turn the crank a little bit to take it off top dead center. And then I can turn the cam again to line it up, and then turn the crank, make sure they don't hit any other valves, and put it back top dead center. Alright, just did it. Made me sweat. I didn't record because I didn't really know what I was doing. I wanted to make sure I did it right before I explained it to you guys. So what I did was I turned this back to what the specs asked me to in the book. These cam lobes up and the second to last cam lobes up, so that way none of the valves are fully open and I can just turn the crank and nothing will hit. Then I turn the crank, put it at the 60, I think this is 60-degree mark or something like that. I just put this little white mark matching this little dot. So none of the pistons were at top dead center, and it was really close, like just a few turns to top dead center. So then I held this gear to the right, clockwise, held it, turned it until this little dot matched this. This little dot still matches this. Then I turned the crank a little bit to match that line with that dot. And there we go. Now I'm going to slip on the timing belt. I'll admit, installing that timing belt was a little tricky. It was a little tough. I had everything lined up. I installed the belt starting at the bottom. Then went to this gear. That way this side is nice and taut. Now I'm opening the new tensioner. I probably should have installed the tensioner prior. It goes right here. That way it's just out of the way, and I'm not chancing loosening up the belt, because it took me like a good 15 minutes to put it on, and the engine's not even in the car. So I don't know how you guys do it, changing the timing belt with the engine in the car. Seems like a pain in the ass to me. So here's the new one. Here's the old one. As you can see, this part is sticking out. If I wanted to reuse the old one, I would have to actually get a 6-ton press, I think, to push this in, and then put a pin, just like this one, like this little grenade pin, or a Allen key, whatever, to fit in this hole to hold it down. But instead of taking the chance of that tension not having proper tension, because who knows how many miles this car has, I got a new one. So I'm going to take out these two bolts right here. This baby goes on, yeah, this way, right here. And then when I'm ready, yank the pin, and then everything explodes like a grenade. And this will put pressure, the tensioner will put pressure on the belt, and my timing is done, I hope. Well, it is done to factory spec. Now, since I've upgraded cams, my tuner will time it for the best power and torque curve and idle. So I'm going to install this, and then we're going to pull the pin together. I'm so excited. I just want to pull it right now and throw this thing like a grenade. Well, here, the timing tensioner, timing belt tensioner, pulley tensioner. So timing belt, pulley tensioner is on, tightened them down, pin is still in. I didn't pull it yet. I am a little scared to pull it because I don't have a press. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if anything binds. Everything is turning pretty good, and I'm going all around. Oh, one-hander. There we go. No binding, still no binding. Oh, didn't make a full revolution yet, almost. Bam! Full revolution? Nope. Oh, I did make a full revolution. There we go, guys. I installed upgraded cams perfectly. Alright. This is extremely exciting. Well, that's it. That's done. We together, thanks guys for everyone that helped me, installed and properly timed the whole entire assembly over here. Properly timed it to factory specs. Again, as I explained before. Let's pull the pin. Pull it and run. Ready, ready, ready. Alright guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Again, these videos aren't the most exciting, but I'm trying to be thrilled. I am thrilled. This engine is almost complete. Then I gotta throw the turbo on once I get the problem is solved, and which you guys will see. Make sure, if I did anything wrong, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, please subscribe. I'm almost there. I just need a couple more subscribers. So go down and do that. And if you're clicking subscribe, right next to it, click that little post notification bell looking button, because that way you know when I post up a video. You're gonna want to know I posted up when this engine is finally being turned on its own in that car. So remember guys, work hard, stay humble.